Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the ESL Pro League. Of course, I'm Mitch Leslie here with Lauren Panty Scott. And let me tell you a story of a group of friends, the best of friends. They were great when the lights were on and the crowd was cheering, but when they were sat in front of their monitors getting their tan, things just started to go wrong. It's the story of Virtus.pro here in the ESL Pro League, and it may well have a sad ending for Polish fans. It's 1-0 here in this best of three. PENTA currently lead. It's all on the line for VP.
Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of hope at home. In case the VP fans are sitting there going, this can't be real, this can't be real life. The last two maps are still the best maps for VP currently. In the last 3 months, these are the only maps they've really stayed positive on and kept that good win rate on. First map up is going to be Train, of course, second in the entire series, and third, Mirage. There's still a lot to be seen between these two, so don't write them out yet. But PENTA have now kind of given themselves a challenge, right? Inferno is statistically still PENTA's best map as of late with this roster. Very, very good. You know, almost undefeated on this. But, you're walking into the last two maps that Virtus.pro are good at. If there's any point to be proven, if you ever want to show that, we do deserve to be in the Pro League, we do deserve to be here, this isn't a fluke, this isn't luck, you've got your chance now. You're walking into Virtus.pro's stronghold. This is their castle. This is what kept them throughout their time here. VP still sit on, 63 win percent, in the last 3 months or so on Train and Mirage, 70. They've had some pretty devastating losses, sure, but that's the likes of Fnatic and such, the big teams, the SKs of the world. They still keep their class.
Yeah, there was that one map. Was it against... It was in the Pro League, wasn't it? Against Astralis, where Virtus.pro actually thumped them on this particular map.
Yep, 16-4.
16-4. So there is hope, of course, for VP. But fans need to be hoping that there's that depth that we've seen from them so many times. It's so funny as well. We're still in the same era of Virtus.pro winning massive events, obviously winning out in Vegas, I believe it was. This is only a few months ago here. So for these guys, it's been a slide online. And you need to remember, of course, that even outside of that peripheral to the ESL Pro League, there's a lot of other competitions in which we've seen promise from Virtus.pro. One thing is consistent, though. They have not been performing online or that much in events recently either. We get a chance to see more from them in the future, but right now, if they want to keep playing online and have that regular routine, a couple games a week, they need to stay up here in the Pro League. Otherwise, they'll be playing, again, earning the name of Virtus Premier, which I'm sure they'd like to avoid.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let's just take you through the recent results for VP on this map so you can understand what, PENTA are walking into. VP still managed to best Godsent, which PENTA did as well as of late. They managed to best Mouse Sports in quite their prime position. ECS has really, bolstered them as of late on this map. They've, they lost out to FaZe and Heroic as well, but still, that doesn't matter. We are into the game, we are live. VP, this is their map to stay alive on. For PENTA, this could be the way forward and the gate to get into the Pro League.
Yeah, so far might be getting shot, at least in this round. It's been a pretty clean performance here from PENTA with these pistols, and Snacks is stuck behind E-Box and wondering maybe if he should just reach in and grab an end of a wire and end it here. It's Sunny from up on high to finish the job there. Good stuff for PENTA with that pistol, something they couldn't do in their first map.
Exactly that. Big difference here. Virtus.pro's Inferno was kind of bolstered, I guess, given a bit of a more backbone to it, because they did manage to work out the pistols.
That was 7 rounds, by the way. So they had 1 round outside of the standard, what you'd expect.
So that's where you have to put it into put it into place, but still, different map, different team. Got to look at it in that way almost. They become different beasts here, so they know they've got what it takes on this map. They have that great approach here. It becomes everything else now for VP. It's not the map that's going to hold them back. This is their ground. This is their home. They should not be losing to PENTA on this. PENTA has a great win rate here too, but it's not against the same teams. It's not against that caliber of tier 1 players who will destroy you, give them an inch. At the moment, it's Taz, the only one to really break through for Virtus.pro. Thus far, they've lost 2 players, and now losing 3.
Yeah, Pasha now has to come in and try and make something happen with the scout. It was one hit that did connect on towards Sunny, but it's going to need a little bit more than just that to be successful in trying to push through from Ivy. Neo really forcing the issue there against HS, but it's then to shut him down.
Speaking of Neo, during the kind of, I guess, the era of what can happen with this team when they come into this real final foremost for VP, I always feel that Neo on this map has a beautiful game. He brings a beautiful game of CS, and it's something you don't often see. You don't necessarily see that in other maps. He's a bit of a rock for the team sometimes. He's not necessarily that kind of flair player. He doesn't always kick off. You can look at Snacks for that, or maybe Bialy on occasion. Pasha has his moments too. But it's Neo on this one I always love to watch. Beautiful movement, gorgeous approach. But you also have people like Crystal on this map as well, and I only highlight it because it's the movement they play around on ladders, and Crystal has that movement that really makes his AWPing such a pain in the ass to handle. HS though, with that, I think it was the recovered scout off of Pasha from last round. Gonna find the connection towards Neo, already taken down low. Crystal oversteps though. Always. Gets caught out.
Always the same from him, yeah. He definitely goes for a little bit more of aggression. Getting any more information outside of what's in TCon sometimes can be hard to do, and he definitely fed himself. And that was VP were very much waiting for that. Taz, let's see what can happen here as well. HS actually getting cut down. Taz was actually the one to jump through there as well. HS managed to find the lowered Neo, I think it was, from the earlier scout shot. Now it's a 3v3, and VP are actually making progress here. They're trading fairly well.
I think this is a little bit of lack of discipline as well from Penta. Innocent's getting great information by pushing down here. They kind of already know this, though. They saw those 3 players there. It's just opened up opportunity. Not much, but you know, a little bit of a window. Innocent's kept it in check. Now he falls back. He doesn't want to get overwhelmed or challenged down. Yali, if you can control that.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, you know, with the knock-up as well, the aim punch coming through there, that was really impressive. Taz going to fake out that he's going to be trying to get B, get that bomb down, try and pull a player out of position. And he might have to just go back to it and try and get that plant in, as he is working with limited opportunities. But they've made a great deal out of very little this round anyway. Going to walk through the smoke. Zen might be aware of this, thinking of it as an opportunity and a possibility, and he does. Good mindset, good approach. 3 alive, keeping, I think there was all the rifles up. I think there was a UMP and a scout with the other gun. So again, it's not a huge loss. And an early AWP coming out for Crystal is good for him. He can get that one building. And this map does still sit pretty CT-sided. There's very few specialists who kind of turn that table. Virtus.pro is certainly one of them. They can play that T-side very well. You look at Astralis, a very good T-sided team on here. There's a good couple of teams you can always mention in that sort of vein. But still, this is good for Crystal to get an early start and for Penta to get their confidence going early.
It's the best possible start you could really ask for now, especially if you're Penta starting to second-guess yourself, maybe wondering, are we in over our heads? Even winning that first map, sometimes the doubts can creep in, but this is a good way to allay them. Flash on Pasha, he's completely blind, but no, fortunately, there was no one there to follow up on that one. But Crystal Innocent can play this by 2 angles. That grenade will leave a mark. Just behind, don't really gets hurt by it there. But Crystal, again, the aggression ends up being his undoing, and Pasha takes Innocent down. This is a good opening from VP. They've done everything they need to do so far, and now they have access to that site.
Yeah, HS is in a real predicament, stuck in that Olaf spot. Too many angles to cover. Oh. Somehow finds Bialy, still does not go down without leaving a mark, and beautiful control from Sunny. The Finn stays cool under pressure, and Snack's now in the 1v2, certainly capable, but the odds are looking a little overwhelming. No utility to define the play. An instant read towards B as well from Penta. He may not go to this, but it seems though he is. Jumps down, looks for the shot. He needs to bang it out. He can't. Zen is there. A quick read from Penta. Keeps control of the round. No one recovered, though. They couldn't keep that up there. They can reinvest it, though. If they dropped him out, no, maybe not going to. Match pause.
A pause? Well, that's good to see here as well. I mean, for Virtus.pro, they didn't want to take one in that first game at all. They actually have a coach. Penta do not. That's why they weren't really using the tactical pauses themselves, if that was the case. It's actually tech pause here, though, being the issue. So far, nothing that we can really identify. The VP players have like 4 ping, so it might be something else outside of that. But either way, now we can, I guess, assess the situation a little bit more accurately. Remember, CS is a game where if you win the pistol, the rounds after it, and the first gun round, on both sides, you already have 10 rounds, right? So Penta, it's the best possible start for them. They've shut down Virtus.pro's first buy round. And that's pretty big. Virtus.pro definitely need to get a look in, at least on this T side. It's something we expect of them, especially as a team that we would otherwise have considered a specialist on this map.
Yeah, they really are. I'm hoping we see something good out of them. I really do. It's hard to watch this and just not see them kind of in their strength. You know what I mean? You feel as though they'll be able to get this one done. And VP do have decent enough results at the moment. They've had some real out there kind of moments too. You know, Fnatic 16-2ing them. I guess going to OT with Space Soldiers, they did win it, and Space Soldiers actually aren't, you know, they're not someone to be sneered at, again, but they don't sit easily in that tier 1 group, you know, you don't instantly put them towards that, so again, great individuals, but that's still
we're still waiting for them to really break through, aren't we?
No, and I think everyone's keeping close eyes on them. I think a lot of people notice that
European minor is something that people are looking at Space Soldiers in. That's a brutal field.
Yeah, exactly. The minor is ridiculously stacked as well. Very, very tough tournament for anyone involved.
Even the NA one's not very nice either, but yeah, Heroic, Nip, Envious, Big, LDLC, Kingwin, Space Soldiers.
Yeah, pick where you want to go. And imagine now if Penta actually starts to become a real competitor too, throw them in the mix. You know, there's a lot in there that's just kind of a little bit intimidating. And
tricked, and I think there's both Academy teams, isn't there?
Yeah, the Fnatic one.
And North Academy?
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're going to see the P250 buy with utility. This is a little different. Only armor on Taz. Quite the investment from Virtus.pro.
They're really reaching for this.
Yeah. Well, I guess they need rounds on the board, but you're not going to probably get it from this round. You know, they should be able to secure... I think they should.
You are so conflicted right now.
Yeah, because the thing with VP, there's always a should, right?
So many qualifying statements.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's... I'm just not going to do it. There's no point. But the 4-1 play coming out at the moment. Zen's pretty close by over by B as well, kind of playing close up by the ramp. I think that tagged up Taz too.
Get wrecked. That's got to hurt. The wall bang. That's got to add insult to injury as well.
And it's because they're not seeing anything else anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, it's the kind of idea of, if I don't see you, by main, if I don't see you down by Ivy, I'm going to maybe expect you over by those brown halls. And again, it's just like, stop it. Stop shooting at me. Leave me alone.
Innocent's a little bit low on ammunition now. He doesn't really want too much. Now, HS is helping out as well. So, okay. Penta getting in Virtus.pro's head a little bit here. And this time as well, thank God, no aggressive play from Crystal. He hasn't gone forward and tried to take things into his own hands. He's actually been playing in the back of the side, maybe because he's been told, perfect timing! The bomb's loose from Sunny. Love it! Crystal with 2 kills, and now Snax has to try and wrap around and salvage it. Gun picked up. No armor for him. Challenges out HS, that's 2. But that's all he's going to get. And Penta stopped that short. VP spend real money on that round, but they can still buy in this one.
Yeah, they work through the kind of fact that they didn't win a round, so it builds up, of course. The money gets in their pocket, but yeah, that was a rough start. Pasha, though, does at least have the AWP, so that's going to be something he can put to play here, hopefully. So the Crystal wasn't quite on. A bit of a miss there that we saw come through. And Sunny, his performance has been good. This is the guy that was a little bit quiet yesterday on this specific map, too. He wasn't, because we hype him up. He's a very good player. Very, very talented. I think a lot of people know him from the end stage and the finish scene and, breaking through there. But it's good to see him here performing well as well. Now, let's see what we have coming out from Virtus.pro. Ooh, bit of a scrap there. Let's see what HS is up to. He's already going for a little walkabout towards main. The double flash turns it well, gets the better of Snax, and that is a beginning you want to be seeing.
Oh, the smoke as well. You hate this so much as Virtus.pro. One of the main apertures entrances. Are you kidding me? He goes forward. He actually gets Pasha and takes Bialy down to low. And by low, I mean 5 HP. How many more ways do Penta want to cut VP off?
I expected to see this aggressive play from Virtus.pro. I thought that, VP would play this, no respect, get in their faces, destroy them, the morale in the team. But no, it's HS just walking through, completely ripping. Oh, let's go, 4 kills already for this guy. Now Neo's left there like, cool guys, I really like the way you've all died in spawn. I'm gonna have to, I don't know what to do now, guys.
Second buy round here for VP, getting absolutely shafted. Just
love it.
That's, I guess, a good metaphor for what we saw happen to the puppet over the 2v2 tournament. That's what has happened to VP. Everyone's getting some hand warming done. Neo in a 1v5.
Hey, he's a bit of a god of train, but
somewhere in the distance, someone shouts from the nosebleed section. I've heard him. I've seen him win these. HS is not going to take any more, and there's 19 seconds left. Neo. Yeah, what do you do about this? He's going to go back towards B here and try and challenge.
No one's actually on A, though. They've all pushed up. He can get a bomb plant.
Yeah, he's going to be low on time. He can plant.
But they might be able to stop. Oh, my God. If he wins this, I would eat my hat. Oh, my God. Why is it? It looks like he's against bots, you know what I mean? Like in the server, they'll just come running at once. He's found 1, okay. He's not going to find 2. Thank Jesus Christ for that, because I got a little scared. Because that's just one of those rounds you're like, you've given a chance. There's a small
for
little
everyone
window of
playing
opportunity.
the Pansy drinking game at home, that's your cue, by the way.
I think I need a shot after this. Christ. And, okay, the thing I love is the fear of the name, right? It's something that's discussed before. It's that you kind of play differently because, well, you don't necessarily play differently, but you kind of become a little nervous when you're playing the big dogs, right? You're playing Virtus.pro, the Polish powerhouse, the team that's destroyed everything. They've won majors. They're that team. And you're Penta, right? You've come into this. You're a player called HS. You're like this young Estonian who's just coming out of nowhere, and have the confidence to go for that play is just sick. Absolutely love it. All right, Crystal. That wallbang could have been also pretty problematic. Doesn't actually connect in the end.
Yeah, the reverse of that from was what we saw from Guardian, I think, on this map.
And this is actually, the fact they bounced off the wall, that could have been lovely. But this could be just like one of those quick hits. Maybe sent to play by Bialy. I wonder if he's got anything to put out. Or maybe just watching to see if anyone goes for it. Oh, Crystal just takes a wider peek and finds Snax. And this is very disheartening. I don't know what's going on with VP here.
If you let this man get wind in his sails, it's going to be lights out CS. Pretty simple. Don't know if Crystal saw the first player jump across. He definitely saw the second. So that's now I guess the warning call given to Innocent. Oh, he wanted to spot the player before he uses smoke. I understand that, right? He doesn't want to waste it, but he's giving himself over now. And look at this. Not much use to stop them. Pasha gets a second here. This might be Penta feeding themselves into the meat grinder. Zen sees 1. A quick headshot puts him down, but Pasha will challenge his corner. No doubt. The shot comes in. The knife was out for Zen, and that's not what he needed.
HS. He's sat in the smoke. He's gonna try and find the right timing. It's a guessing game. He's gonna do well. Neo goes down. Taz now next up on the chopping board. Tag solo, 2 HP. He still gets out of it. 12 HP, excuse me. And now it's Sunny. Player who did very well early on. Now has to find his way through. Taz has the bomb. limited amount of HP. Oh, he spots Pasha as well now. He needs to just play the time, play it smart. Pasha needs to make all the moves here.
The bomb is loose now. Sunny doesn't need an upgrade on weapons.
Well, that's naughty. He's got to a position that Pasha probably won't expect. He's definitely seen him now, but information gathered. Sunny's confident. He's going for these fights.
Grenade. Very small amount of damage done here. Pasha with 3 already for the round. It'll be 4 to clutch it out.
Shadow.
He's been spotted out. He does know that Sunny's there now as well, and Sunny needs to play this very carefully. This might be messy no-scope action here. Pasha tries to get the flick. The correction wasn't there, and Sunny turns it around. And PENTA, couple rounds which looked like slapstick comedy from the 1960s, but they still managed to put them up on the board. Chalk it 7-0, and Virtus.pro are now barely treading water.
I just saw Natu say something perfect, and I think it does sum up some moments throughout this. I can't say it, you know, word for word, but if you check out Natu's Twitter, you'll get a good.
Well, we can paraphrase it, right?
The dumber things you do, the more it benefits you. If you play in a certain way, the opponents will not expect this because it's not necessarily beneficial to the larger picture, but in that moment you can make it catch people off guard. Is the the long-winded term. We used to say a different way. Play. No, I can't find it. But no.
You still have CS casts to do. See, that's the difference.
Yeah, I do. You're out of it. But the B play is going to be interesting. Sunny here could be able to find 3 players.
I think he just got information. I think he just went for the peak there. Taz saw him early on. Now snacks up at E-Box, gives himself away. So Virtus.pro have gained a lot of ground here with minimal casualties, but Innocent wins that one out. That's huge. He barely takes any damage from Snacks, who gets completely shut down by E-Box, and that's a forward position now, neutralized. Innocent almost got punished there, and he will be. I think he went to throw a flash, and Pasha had the moment to come through.
HS trying to play on the verge of those smokes, get up close, but this time gets outdone by Neo. Bit of a back and forth between these two, and finally, the firepower arrives from Virtus.pro. It's Zen now, 1v3. An unlikely shot, because Pasha's already got the line of sight here. If he tries to cross out of connector, as Pasha is your first man to get past, Neo's even spotting it. This could be almost near on impossible. Good utility left, of course, but very unlikely.
The last few rounds have been costly for PENTA as well, so even if they lose this one out, it could be rough money-wise. The smoke there, might be a gap there for Pasha on the left side. Zen gets across, takes a bit of damage. Pasha's trying to lay into him there, and that's it. Virtus.pro win that 1 round back. You can't sit on your laurels here, though, because you're at risk of being reset, but the money on PENTA had been kept low all of those rounds prior.
Exactly. They don't have that big buffer to depend upon. Good rounds, of course, but still, you're going to see their money's now depleted. So if this round goes Virtus.pro's way, the back is finally broken. They can get back into this. But it's still a long way to go. You know, you're looking at the odds so far, it's 7-1. The 7 rounds gone very favorably towards PENTA, not, completely and utterly whitewashed.
Yeah, if VP lose this round, not only they reset, but they give PENTA that chance to actually shore up their economy properly, again, to receive an onslaught from Virtus.pro. But Innocent tries to go for a bit of an aggressive play early. He's caught very easily by Pasha. Sunny just goes smoke out. Hopes to catch a player that was close. It was only Pasha and long.
There's actually no one at B right now. Zen's backed off from it. Now, this is the thing, right? You talk about favorable teams and teams that should be better on certain maps, right? The reason you look at VP to have an upper hand here is they should have depth. They should have tier 1 depth. They should be able to go to a multitude of looks, cut a different figure, according to what they see and how they've been treated thus far. They should have a lot left here, but now it's down to Zen and HS. This is, oh, look at that little angle. That's quite nice.
Zen now can only really await his fate. They're going to drop in from above as well. He hasn't been spotted yet. Neo goes down first, but Zen has to move. He can't just stand there and wait for it to happen. He gets taken down. It's him and HS to fall on the side. Now Crystal has to try and come in and make something of it. Good amount of damage towards Pasha, leaves him back with 1 HP, but he's got an AWP. He can still be dangerous. And Sunny now down to 12. He's going to have to back away. The money is not there for PENTA to keep trying to fight this.
Yeah, nice early aggression as well after that plant. The after plant aggression was great, coming through for Virtus.pro, pushing up and not allowing that retake to really begin. Yeah, they did sacrifice, I think, 1 player during that, but that's fine. Why not go for it? Now, Sunny wants to keep control of this one just because at least they'll have a gun up, because their money is going to be very, very depleted at this point. Bit of a hard reset coming in, but it's fine. They can suffer through this one. A good round from Virtus.pro, though. Maybe starting to feel the game out a little bit more than previous, maybe finding a way to approach it.
Yeah, the setup was weird for PENTA as well. It doesn't tell us a lot about, how they were thinking about VP's approach. They smoked twice towards Ivy or long, I guess. When Pasha was only there, he obviously picked off Innocent fairly early in the round, and they weren't even set up at B, so by the time they got there, they were in what I'd like to call suboptimal positions. They hadn't scouted brown holes at all early on. There was no utility able to be ejected. You had a player in a one-and-done spot down by the spools. All these things really not really working in PENTA's favor in that round.
Should be a clean round for VP here. Should be able to play it out well. Bit of a 3-play stack towards B, but we've seen this before. It's when Sunny likes to go for that early look. Have a little bit of a peep down towards those box halls here. Pasha is watching it though. Does have the AWP, so here comes the flash for him. Plays into it, and that's 4 Snacks at the angle. Neo goes down. Good work between the Penta side.
Yeah, it's a good way to make use of that single rifle being brought into this round by Penta. Sunny could even pass it over here as well. Be a utility caddy with what he managed to hold on to, perhaps. Pasha with limited information about the setup here on this site. Bialy actually going to go ahead of him on. So this is going to be a plan. It's going to have to be a retake situation. Say it isn't so. Sunny finds his second kill there with the rifle. HS is low, but he can do some damage here with his USP. Sunny's just playing passive towards the back of the site. There's no plant yet. Sunny sees the player down bottom as well. He needs to watch the smoke push, but he gets one anyway. The bomb's loose and Sunny gets away to safety. Not a round you can lose as Virtus.pro. This is where you fight back into this match. Pasha might be caught, but he knows. He was given the information. That was communicated well by Snacks on Upper, but the bomb still needs to be planted. There's a rifle for Sunny, who's still looking healthy, and Innocent has a Desert Eagle. He's gone over towards A just in case. It's almost as if Sunny doesn't know the bomb is still there.
Snacks.
He's seen it.
Yeah, Snacks is going for it now. Oh, what a shot from Sunny! It's Snacks now in a 1v2. What is going on? Sunny has just played this beautifully. And now Snacks he's going to be quaking in his boots. This guy's playing out of his mind right now. Bomb goes down. He's got a 1v2 to handle. Innocent still unknown. Having to quickly get over towards B. Sunny playing this from up above. He was there, now down by the old train. And Snacks going to try and find connector positioning. First flash comes through. No kit towards Penta. It's got to be a timely affair. Now position noted. It's on Sunny. He can still do this. He has armor as well. He's been spotted. Snacks now.
Play for time.
He's playing dangerously here, yeah, but he is playing for time. He's playing it well. He's still giving a fight. Sunny needs to take the fight quickly. Time is ticking, and there it is. Snacks destroys his hopes and dreams. That would have been beautiful from Sunny, but that's all he can get.
Yeah, fantastic round there for Snacks, at least, to keep things alive there. Sunny playing so smart, so cognizant of the fact that he was the fulcrum of Penta in that round. They needed to work around him. The only shame, perhaps, is that when they couldn't keep tabs on Snacks towards the end of the round, Innocent couldn't work with Sunny together and make something happen amongst it. He only had a Desert Eagle in the end. So VP, they get the requisite rounds back, the ones that they fought for, the ones that they deserved. Penta are actually going to bring UMPs into this one here. They want to keep the onslaught going. They can feel the momentum. It hasn't dissipated yet, especially after that previous round. Sunny surely is flying high. He is 17-2 after 10 rounds.
What do you say about this, Mitch?
Yep.
All right.
Pasha, yeah, not much chance of getting a shot through that. I like this boost. Creative. Oh, he didn't manage to connect it either. That's rough. Looks like Sunny did actually take a little bit of damage there, but still, Pasha has to back away. That could have been golden. I heard you like more smoke, VP.
And Sunny's feeling confident. You can see it. He's actively looking for these fights. And I guess after the round he just had and the game he's having so far, why not do it? Now, VP have a lot of utility left to play. They've got a lot of pieces to put down on the board. And again, another smoke comes through. Snacks, Pasha, and Bialy all behind it. Not much to be able to achieve through that unless they go through and take the risk. Sunny wants to have a little look towards Pop, just missing out on Neo having a little bit of a look then. So, again, underhand flash comes through. Limited time now left.
I mean, you're getting your most bang for your buck with the smokes there, but now you need to respond. Sunny was mostly flash, but he's able to get at least the one frag and go away. Now, that's the trade. Virtus.pro going to explode onto this site pretty quickly, and HS needs to reinforce from connector. Crystal waits in the wings, but Bialy knew to aim there. The pre-fire comes through strong. He moves towards the side now. It's going to be Innocent who took a chunk out of him there from Ivy, but Bialy's already amongst it. It's the cat amongst the pigeons, and now there's 2 players from Penta to fight back in.
Yeah, if Zen gets this right, he can do work, but he's... Flash comes in, doesn't get the movement he wanted off the back of that. You can kind of fly down the ladder as they turn. Nade will push Pasha back a little bit, 50 HP. Zen still looking for a way through. Innocent's been given a little bit of room to work, but Bialy and Taz not too far off. Checks it, good work. Now Taz is your next target. Zen's found Pasha, it's down to Taz. 13 HP, a 1v1, but time. It's ticking quick. There
is a kit this time for Zen, though, and Taz is very low, but he has the information. Zen has to make the noise, and he gets the kill. Gonna leap a bomb the bomb now and get that defuse in. There is enough time, and Penta finally stopped Virtus.pro. Now, at least the Poles had a chance to build a little bit of money, but Penta are back with a round in their favor.
But the money, let's see what they've got left over here. Yeah, 3.8. They're verging towards 4K, so they can still get a buy, but it's going to be lacking in certain departments. So I want to see if they maybe go aggressive, if they try and, you know, counterbalance it, put a little bit of a different spin on this round to try and make up for what they don't have.
Yep.
So they do have good utility, so that may not actually favor them going aggressive. They can still keep them at arm's length. They do have Crystal with the AWP. He could be the man to maybe look for a little opportunity here or there. He loves aggression, so I'd like to see that. But then again, you're running into a VP who are a little bit broken down. 2 Take 9s and a Galil, not ideal.
Sunny going to get himself very early now into Pop Dog.
I like it.
Neo's made some sound here. Do not climb that ladder, son. I don't think my heart can take it. Taz also nearby as well. Might be just a simple pop flash down. Taz, it's a cursory glance over towards Brownhorse to see if there's any players up closer. There isn't. Now, Sunny's giving himself away. That's some super risky stuff. He drops the molly. Oh, HS is going to be there as well. They combine nicely here in Pop Dog. Virtus.pro feed 2 to the Sharks. And that's a terrible start in this round. Oh, my.
They just fell for that hook, line, and sinker. Zen now walks up. Taz, I thought he'd have an advantage on the repeat. He didn't.
Should have.
Pasha leaps in, finds him, and now B's actually very vulnerable. But the bomb, of course, committed down towards Pop. Very hard to recover. Bialy on 4 gonna have to fight his way through 3 players to even get a look towards it. Pasha might be able to work a little towards it now with that flash coming in, just pre-firing his way down. Nothing comes back, but they don't know that B's clear. Bialy is doing everything he can to dig them out of this situation.
He's done a whole lot there as well. Sunny's only got a UMP, so he'll probably need to play a little bit closer here, and he's still at great risk of being felled. Pasha's waiting for the smoke to clear before he even dares to check Pop Dog, but Sunny can actually go pick another one up and re-smoke it again. That'll be well annoying. 27 seconds in the round, and eventually a decision needs to be made here for Virtus.pro. Pop Dog is now smoke-free. And Pasha drops down and picks that bomb up. Now they're going to make the way forward. Oh, it's beautiful from Sunny, really. It is lovely. Pasha now with the Molotov in over towards that Ivy connector. He gets the planting crystals right in front of him, just going to chip away. Sunny gets that kill, 9-3 Penta. Now Virtus.pro, that's Struggle City.
This play, though. See, the molly was quite nice because the fact that HS was pushed up with him as well, I love that aggression coming through. It's something that's a bit of a rarity to see, you know, Virtus.pro falling for it as well.
It's a sick bait.
Yeah, look at Sunny. This is the guy we were looking to see. 21-3, what an animal. That's a performance and a half. This is what I was saying, right? If Penta want to prove that they deserve to be in this league, and you know what, they've already fought this hard to get the chance to get into this position, you've got to go into a map like this, you know, a map that VP are still good on, statistically, right? They've held that good play on this one and proved that you deserve it, and he is. He's playing a sick game at the moment.
Now Innocent wants to play this pretty carefully here. For the most part, it's just pistols here, and Innocent does take a glancing hit. Sunny a little bit committed to that corner, but Zen was there. Penta plays so well in 2s on this map. It's really impressive to see. First the Pop Dog play, now Brown Halls. Speaking of which, it's HS also waiting in the after-mentioned. And that incandescence makes it very difficult for Snacks to actually line Sunny up there as well and puts him in a position to take a lot of damage. And Sunny puts him out of his misery. Oh, here we go, boys. Up the ladder. Okay, fire alarm's gone. Save the children, but not the poles, apparently. It's going to be HS to finish the round. 10-3 here. VP have another gun round in this half. Let's hope they make it count.
I'm a little bit speechless, Mitch. You know, I thought the first map was... I kind of believed in Penta in the first map, but this one... Where are you, VP? Where have you gone? This is not the VP I wanted to see. You got Neo on 3 kills. They're not even making that much, you know, ground covered in this, and it's gutting because these guys are better than this. I expected 3 maps. I actually thought this was going to be a 2-1 to VP in the end, because you have Mirage and Train, the 2 damn best maps. And right now they are being taken to school by Penta.
You know, it's funny, we said all these results versus Penta against other teams on these maps don't matter. Perhaps there's actually VP's results against Tier 1 teams on these maps that don't matter. Perhaps the shoe's on the other foot here, Lauren, because it doesn't seem to make a huge difference. Double molly in, Innocent sheepishly having to back away from that one. Definitely the hazard zone. That will also waylay Virtus.pro for a while, getting out there. Given that, yeah, need to smoke that up now. Still, job done. I've got no one on this other side as well. Innocent sees them back away. Crystal now is a bit more in danger.
It's a really nice B split coming through. Sunny's read it quite well, but still, it's a whole Zen. Goes for the little snap. No.
What is with you, man?
Look at him. He wasn't fast. Probably should have been. But I really like the B split. It's something that Na'Vi started to do quite early on in this iteration of Train. When it first came through, they were so good. And Crystal...
so dumb.
Christ. What were you hoping for? I guess if it was a default plant, he might have been able to see it, but it's not.
Well, you know, if subjected to great temperatures and pressures, crystal can become diamond.
Nothing diamond about that one.
So that's a Neo. Crystal Innocent 4. It's HS now. The bomb is down, of course. He's got a UMP, 3 AKs to deal with. Not much to be done. A VP get a 4th round here as well. Potentially to make it 5 before the half. It would be the same story as we saw from them on Inferno, and that didn't go so great come that second half. It looks like, he kind of looks like Taz.
There is one that looks a lot like Taz. Is it that one?
Well, it's kind of got like the beard thing going on. Oh,
is that the Taz
maybe it's that one.
No. They're all looking for
That looks like me with my gunner optics on. Serious gamer.
I hate gunners.
No, I don't wear them.
No.
But, I mean, they can send me some for free, of
Ooh,
course.
Innocent. Here we go. Flashed in. And to be fair, Virtus.pro haven't really been going Ivy all that much. We've seen a couple of goes at it, but...
The last time this happened, actually, it was Pasha down the other end who picked off Innocent first with an AWP, and then Penta insisted on keeping Innocent here despite everything else that was happening on the map. They smoked it like 3 times.
But look at these smokes up at the moment. This play down from, you know, Innocent and Crystal, or I think it was Innocent and Crystal, has delayed the hit. The smoke should be dissipated by the time this comes through. They weren't able to get the pressure going through Ivy at the same time, so well controlled from Penta, whether it was believed to or not. Oh, God, how is he just getting here? How is this possible? Zen out in the open, no man's land. Neo finally comes alive. And it's down to Sunny and Innocent. Sunny with the AWP. Not sure what he can do with this.
Innocent, though, decent effort against Neo now. It needs to be a quick correction for Sunny. He's got a player up very close. It's super hard to get out of. VP are very good at getting onto that site and getting those kills when they're up face-to-face here, and Innocent is bugging, completely stuffed. Not much to be done at all. 10-5 at half-time again, Lauren. A bit of deja vu. You know what else is deja vu?
What, Mitch?
Well, this may not be the first time the VP's been relegated. If they don't have a successful second half, let's see how it all goes down after the break. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, here. The second map of this best of 3. The first going to Penta, and the second heading in a similar direction after a very commanding first half from Penta. This from HS was just ridiculous, Lauren. The aggression and confidence on some of these players from Penta is taking Virtus.pro by complete surprise.
Yeah, I think we're all surprised. HS there just ripped him a new one, didn't he? No messing around, no fear, no worry, just went for it. But yeah, what a start from Penta. Stringing rounds back-to-back. Finally, VP break back in, claim 5 rounds back to their favor, but you got to feel this is clench time, isn't it, really? You've got to hope there's more in that VP tank.
This is classic from Zen, just sitting inside VP spawn, just killing him over and over, just letting them know we're waiting for you next half. It's a great MM strat, really effective around Nova. I don't know how it works here, but I mean, that's up to you to decide.
No, I'm curious. If you're VP right now, you're at boot camp. There's got to be a chat. There's been no timeouts. That's the thing that just baffles me as well. You've got a coach. Maybe he's able. You know, it's an online environment, right? You can't police it. maybe he's able to talk during this and give them the advice they need. Maybe they don't need to adhere to the same, you know, kind of rule set, the stringent rule set in that aspect. So maybe there's still that kind of advice coming through, but they need something. VP, you don't lose this map. You just don't. It's simple as that. This is yours to win. But PENTA have come in. You know, they've come into the VP's home and they've done this to it. They put a nice little PENTA flag up in the corner at this point. It's been a real class, and it's been mostly Sunny. Everyone from PENTA's been doing fine, but Sunny has come alive in this one. And considering how we were discussing it yesterday, you know, we talked about the talent that was in this roster, and they played Train, and it was very, very lackluster. That was against Hellraisers. No one really arrived. It seemed sloppy. It seemed a little off point. But clearly, you know, a good night's sleep can make a bit of difference, to say the very least. So this could be a very different half here coming in as well. So I don't know what to expect, but at the moment you can see they're feeling it. The confidence is with PENTA. They're not too fussed yet. They could be easily reminded here, but if they get off to a good start, a couple of resets come through, VP could be in struggles, and we know that their CT side can be problematic too.
It's probably fairly important to identify that a lot of Sunny's ability to roam whence he may and do damage was off the back of Virtus.pro really taking a long time to get a read on how PENTA was setting up on the CT side. We saw a lot of what we really crow about on this particular map is that CT-sided aggression, or, you know, using you know, that aggression to get information and being able to make informed decisions about how you set up in the mid to late round. Basically, what we're seeing from players like Sunny and even HS in that round is not only that information, but also an individual decision or realization that he can get a little bit more and actually go for kills, and that he can just make these unexpected plays. Like walking through smoke, by the way, which is generally looked upon by CS as a community as pretty crazy. That's a nice way of putting it.
Tell Stewie that.
Yeah, well, again, it's something that is almost like a gentleman's agreement not to do, but PENTA don't really give a shit. And we've seen a lot of that when they really love to get up in the face of VP in a lot of these rounds. The VP, there's no argument that they have the skill to match that aggression. They just need to be ready for it. They have to expect anything from this side, especially on this T side.
Well, Mitch, there's enough. We've said so much about this VP side. It is do or die time. This is the final half. If they lose out on this half, it's over. They are out of the Pro League. They'll be down in Premier. So, you know, that lovely little spicy meme that everyone enjoys, hey, it'll be true. So let's see if PENTA can do it. They're currently 10-5 up. VP need this pistol. This is the start that can get them back competitively in this matchup. Get that scoreline looking a little bit more well-rounded. And Taz could be into a world of trouble if he doesn't hit a good few shots here.
Yeah, again, unarmored foes he might be dealing with. Snacks has actually already cut one down towards that T-Con, so that's a good start. And for VP, again, there's still much more to be done for PENTA. So VP bring things back here, they're looking good. Nice by Taz, just dips his toe in the water, a little bit of damage, sees a couple of players come across, he backs away, and Neo's now setting up to help him with a bit of crossfire with these USPs.
You can see how far back they're playing. They're going to give over a fair bit. VP do play retake on a lot of maps on these sites, so I'm not too surprised if they actually let them get the plant and then just play retake on it. They have the bodies alive. HS is trying to do the kind of late lurk through A and then maybe pincer towards connector, but he's been found by Bialy. They haven't forced enough of the rotate, even though they're out on the site. VP are happy to do this. They know what they're in for, but they don't actually have a kit. So that'll be interesting. That becomes a hindrance. Oh, Taz, that's a shot and a half. Good job there towards Innocent. Another 1v2. Crystal, sure, he has the molly, but there are no smokes, I guess, as well for VP, but yeah, done, dusted, 5 alive. VP look like they're coming out to play, at least in this round.
Yeah, I mean, no reason there for PENTA to win that round, especially in the after plant at a 2v5, but the little bit of extra money is a decent sign for VP Pistols, winning them pretty well. 3 out of 4 in this series thus far. And it's definitely what they need here to start extending their lead a little bit more. Now, we talked about VP being a little bit passive on their CT sides, something we highlighted last night. It's something that they need to watch out for here. So playing retake is one thing, but also... don't you be early talking game? Okay. But playing overly passively and allowing PENTA to get too much real estate would also be a big problem.
All right, so we've got the Tech 9 P250 buy-up. Decent amount behind it as well. You've got the mollies coming in. This could be another B hit, and it could be quite a quick one. Now, Taz is playing this pretty much soloed out. Now, I don't know if you put him up there with some of the other players who play this side, but he's certainly he's stable at this. We've got a Nova there, so that'd be a quick play up, probably the ladder from Snacks. He can hit the shot on the move. So here he comes, though. This will probably be quite an explosive hit coming out from PENTA pretty soon. Neo's quickly got himself over. He's got the UMP. It's quite a light investment from VP in a way. They still have utility, but limited weapons. Only one rifle really on Bialy. So he's the kind of where this, where the buck should stop in theory. But let's see how late this hit's going to be. They can't leave it too long because they do not have anywhere else controlled on the map. And here we go. So the site is under wraps from them. Nice shot from Innocent on the way through. Taz goes down, but it's Neo. No, you don't expect Crystal to come flying through the smoke like that. It's down to 2 players now.
Yep.
Pasha and Bialy got to play back in.
There's going to be a plant here. There's a lot going to be on Bialy's shoulders. Sunny needs to get this plant and stay alive, and he does on HS. That's nasty. He's pushed all the way up, and Bialy's dropped. He is the one with the M4. Now Pasha is called upon to come forward, but guess what? Sunny has already absconded to greener pastures.
But I don't think they expect him here. They don't, but he misses the vital shot. If he'd maybe taken his time or chosen a different route, that could have been different. But hindsight is 20/20, and now Sunny has the off angle. And Pasha, I don't know if you're going to expect this one. Well, the nade will do a little bit of work. He actually doesn't at all, almost. He just kind of blasts through Sunny. Now they've still got mollies left, they've got flashes, and they've got UMPs. Pasha, with all the might in the world, can't get past Zen nor HS. And it's 11-6.
This is what happened on Inferno as well. Breaking back, the pistol force in the second round. Penta have again won it out here, so that's concerning for VP in a huge way because they are back down to 2K, 1,800, not really a good amount of money, whereas Penta can buy back in with some nice goods here. It's nasty. It's not been a good story for VP to lose that kind of round. The Tech 9's up in your face. That's the raw aggression that Penta are so good at bringing so far.
Penta don't need to keep this clean. They can still get overexcited. You know, this is a very, very intense position they're in to get into the Pro League. It means a hell of a lot to these guys. They can't misstep. There's still so much potential on this VP roster that could just go off. It's a nice way to make some money on a round you've invested nothing in, right? That's a good bit of bank in the pocket, but still is what it is. Pasha goes down now. Let's talk this through again. Penta just can't get ahead of themselves. They can't let that window of opportunity open. You know, it's those unforced errors that you need to try and avoid making on all occasions. And this is a big round. This is near on, one of the rounds, the decisive ones.
This is your break point.
Let's bear in mind, money is going to be tight for VP.
Crystal Cannon? No. Doesn't go for it. Just the AK. So Penta will have to contend with that. The fact that Snax actually has an AWP in this round. You need to be very aware of that one now as well, but they're going to still try and bust their way through. The Molotov's going to slow them in T-Con in a big way. Crystal taking a fair bit of damage already quite early in the round. And now they split a little bit. Is Ivy going to be an option?
Well, look, we said this before about these kind of quote-unquote tier 2/3 teams. They don't have that default down there, and I prefer if Penta do take a little bit of their time. Just kind of feel it out in case there is aggression. Now, VP haven't been throwing that at them, to be fair, as of late, and as of yet. Bialy is getting towards Pop, but nice little nade, forces him back away. It's good. I like a little bit more of a default approach from these guys where they don't just do those all-in plays instantly. HS is probing over by B, though. Taz and Neo are going to be put on notice here. They need to be so aware that something could be coming their way. Someone could be out. Taz spots him out. Good damage done. HS needs to back away now and tries to find another bit of relevance throughout the line. But they've only seen him, so they don't know there's more here. There's actually 4 players, maybe 5 now to be soon, over in this location. So again, it is going to be out. Zen's already through. HS is already getting some control. Oh, what a shot! Zen cracks it open. That's a problem.
Who was it that said full control? I'm not even sure, but he finds the second as well. It's tapping heads, and Zen now going to channel his inner scream.
Save
and they
time.
had the sight. You've got to save. He broke the round on his own with 2 or 3 bullets.
I can't believe this. This is scary. They need to keep these weapons as well for VP. This is a must. Losing out on anything here, even the UMPs, not good. Oh God, Sunny's gonna find Bialy. He's down to 3 HP. Now Penta's money isn't phenomenal either, so they've got to be a little careful. They don't want to overexpend in this needlessly, but these are worth getting away from them. Snax though gonna fight his way out. Sunny still stands, still waits. Snax again, pounces, Crystal goes. And Sunny's just like, please. Just please. Oh God, Snax is so low, so is Sunny. There goes the orb. Pasha's still alive, and he will retain it. But look at that money. If you had those 3 players, you could have bought around it, maybe made something happen. Now you only have 1 rifle. It's gone. The money's depleted. You're on 2.5. That's almost double eco territory at this point, almost. You're very much on that verge. You can maybe buy up to about 2. You don't even want to buy to about 2K. They have nades and a P250. It's so limited.
You can't.
Full buy for Penta as well. Perfect position for them. It's 13-6, Mitch.
It's a nightmare. And it may be coming true for Virtus.pro. There's no other way of putting it. It was a terrible end to the season, and now Bialy is going to fall early in this round. Just rough stuff. This USP shot coming in from Snax actually finds quite a lot of damage there.
Yeah, and Zen's on 13. He did find HS. That's really nice. But, yeah, in the meantime, the cleanup happens. There are 2 rounds now remaining for Penta to get to Pro League, which is great for them. But the biggest storyline here is the Virtus.pro will be relegated if they don't close out these rounds. If they lose here, the money gets depleted again. The money gets forced back down. This is the last really good buy they can probably muster together. They could be out of the Pro League, Mitch. These are the last real 2 rounds we're going to see it come through. This is what it comes down for these guys. A whole season of work, multiple blunders, and it could be really exacerbated in the next couple of moments.
Started off so well, Lauren, but it's a slump, and they weren't able to get themselves out of it, and they can't do it here either. But Pasha, that's an important start to the round. He puts his foot down, and he sends Crystal flying into the wall. The opening Virtus.pro needed was there. This is the round, and they had to force into this one. The next round, they won't have a lot to work with if they lose on out. Now let's see some of those individual performances from PENTA that have carried them so far. Crystal only has 5 frags. He hasn't been required to do so much. Imagine if he did. And now Neo waiting for HS to show. Game of chicken, perhaps. The smoke going to go down. This timing needs to be pretty good. Yes, HS gets through now onto the side. He's damaged as he comes down. There's not much that can be done there. Innocent at least can trade back from top side, but Taz gets the better in that exchange. It doesn't matter though. Sunny Bob drops on towards the side. Now up the train. Cannot connect the spray. It's 2v3 with the bomb down.
With Innocent so low, it's going to be hard for him to find work here, but Zen just crosses through mindlessly, and he's down to 4 HP. This retake, oh! Zen, you're an animal! What is that? Bialy just gets slapped back. All right, Innocent on 14, Zen on 4. And oh my God, Pasha! What are you doing? It's just down on Snacks now on 1v2. What is the situation? This is not VP. Who sat on their PCs? Because this is not them.
Molotov not available here. It's going to be the shot coming in, and Innocent finds Snacks on the bomb side. No! Virtus.pro have crumbled, collapsed. This is their last round, their last chance, and they're going to have to force it's jump change for Virtus.pro. And on the other end of this round, they could be out of the ESL Pro League. It won't be for the first time, but this time not even a fan vote's going to keep them in.
There is 1 minute and 50 seconds to decide whether VP managed to stay in the Pro League or not, and Sunny wants to fight, and he might just get it. 4 players facing him down, and Snacks gets the better of him. Puts him in his place, reminds him to stay humble in these situations. Don't get ahead of yourself here. It's still VP. You can't just run at them like this. And there you go, a quick backhand back, a quick reminder that this one is not over yet.
A harsh lesson for PENTA in that round. They thought they were so close to the goal, but they can still buy into this round. And Crystal as well. Do I even go for the AWP? Yes, he does. This is going a very similar way as it did in the first map. Virtus.pro made a very short, late fight back, but it was short-lived. It didn't carry them far enough. And PENTA already had their 15 rounds on the board. This time, you can expect them to play it a little bit more respectfully. Give the Bears that, at least. They deserve it. Pasha waits in the smoke with a mag 7.
An endangered species at this point. And Zen and HS wait for that smoke to dissipate. Pasha so close to this as well. Kind of the gatekeeper for that hit towards A. If he finds a couple, perfect. If he finds one, even better. Bialy can swing to it. If he goes down needlessly, that could be the opening that they require. First smoke goes in, Molly to follow. Clears out the corner. Pasha now needs to move, and he knows it. Now, my word, he does get away alive, but just about.
Zen just going to push the smoke. He doesn't care. Pasha's got a nade in his hand. No! Caught with his pants down. Now he drops it all and he goes to the ground like a sack of potatoes, and Zen has another chance to come forward. He's going to see Bialy there, and it's like dominoes. Virtus.pro step up, and one by one, they are taken down. Snacks with the AWP still chimes in to keep this round afloat, but Sunny's too good for Neo. He plants his feet and he makes the shot. Now it's Snacks on his own. It's a 1v4 to keep Virtus.pro in the ESL Pro League, to keep them in this match. It's all looking so hard, and Sunny gonna go for the plant here. And Snacks is gonna wait for his chance to keep it going. But these individuals have not been there, and Crystal comes alive. Virtus.pro are out of the ESL Pro League, and PENTA are one step closer to securing their slot in the next season. Lauren, what a showing.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Virtus.pro, you thought, okay, Inferno was a one-off, a great map for PENTA, a shocking one recently for VP. And then you saw Train and Mirage, and you thought, you know what? It's game back on. But the game has certainly not switched back on for VP. But what a moment for PENTA. They've proven their value here.
Indeed, it has been, and what a game. And it's been a wild ride, Lauren. Let's shut the book on this particular chapter. Let's head over the desk here and have Moses and the boys break down what we just saw.
Yeah, God bless. This has been an all-time low for the ESL Pro League.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think we got it. I think we've done it.
We'll stay down here.
What can you say about this one, Henry?
Just the gravity of the situation.
They
just lost 2-0 to Big, 2-0 to PENTA, and they weren't even close games. They were both 16-7 just then,
weren't they?
and they just didn't turn up at all. They actually win a pistol as well. They win both pistols in Inferno. I think they win 1 on train here,
Second,
and then Tico comes in second round. But still, Sunny, let's just talk about him for a second. We kind of touched on his talent yesterday, or how much potential he has got. Didn't really see that against Hellraisers, but today, what a showing that has been. Unbelievable scenes.
Yeah, their playstyle was, I guess, very aggressive, and that was very disruptive to the way that you wanted to set up on the VP side. Like HS on that round, I know that you were losing it. You were pointing at the screen and yelling. This guy, he'd pushed into main, gets a kill, then the smoke goes down, decides, I'm going to push through that, grabs another kill, then continues to push and looks up the brown wall stairs, grabs another frag. I think he got 4 for the round.
Yeah,
it just continued. He was relentless.
The lack of respect they had for VP at that point, just completely shutting them down left, right, and center.
I think that was the big takeaway for me from even yesterday against Big, the Virtus.pro matches. They just seemed timid. They seemed like a little bit put on the back foot, a little bit scared, and just never really got into the swing of things, which is so weird to say that about Virtus.pro. But yeah, they're relegated now. So Penta's gonna.
That's actually it. That's
it.
Gone.
They're done.
That's the end.
Isn't
of
that sad?
That's the end. That's the end, Henry.
Do we need like a moment of silence, or
do you want? We can do a moment of silence.
That might not work. For
no,
podcast.
not for. You don't want dead air. It's already dead enough with me here and my soul. Yeah, well, where do we go from this? Do we just give props to Penta and say?
I think you have to a certain degree, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. I mean, despite some of the mistakes, and that was the crazy thing is from watching him this past weekend at the MDL finals, you say this is really cool, but this isn't going to work on Pro League teams, and they've made it work off the back of some very good individual performances and as well. I mean, I think the other thing we have to talk about is the clutch factor for Virtus.pro. Some of the most experienced players, some of the most clutch players we've ever seen.
3v1s.
They were losing, 3v1s, 1v2s, 5-on-2s. I mean, it's insane.
The rounds they're getting the first 2 picks on the T side comfortably as well. Bomb down. It all falls apart. I'm sure we're going to see some highlights here. Sunny, just unbelievable performance him on the CT side as well. What a monster he turned into in the second map. Unbelievable.
This round here is a perfect example of like what's going through their head. So they lose an opening frag here with all they have is a saved weapon. They're anti-ecoing. They're not even playing for trades. Neo didn't have anyone with him who was able to step out. In that round, it kind of unfolded that Sunny, I think he picked up another 2 to 3 frags in that situation, and that was by dropping back, and he wasn't just like running with W, he was playing smart, and VP were going one at a time. And this is what I noticed last night against Big. They had an anti-eco where they lost a player early. Sure, you're in a 4v5 on the T side, that's not great. But you want to regroup, and they went to go Arch side, but Neo went on his own. I don't know if like he could have been the one calling it, and people were too slow, but he's gone on his own. All right, they lose another frag, can't trade. What do you do at that point? If you keep going one at a time, you're kind of stuffed.
What a tag team duo Zen and Sunny are turning out to be as well. We didn't see much from yesterday, but Zen once again turning it up, and amazing performance from the finish too. Like, this is an international team, just to note as well. We're seeing those having success in CSGO at the moment. Is this a sign of things come from Penta? I'm not so sure. I think you have to take this as a bit of an anomaly. It's difficult to really gauge how much this result means for them.
Yeah, it's also tough. I mean, with VP, I mean, you always say they can win and lose against anyone, so it's hard to kind of take away too many conclusions about the teams that beat them as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, congratulations to Penta. They're gonna move on to the elimination match. They'll be facing the loser of Big and Hellraisers.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited by that prospect. Obviously, Hellraisers, you know, put them through the ringer, but if they do play Big, I think the style that they play and being aggressive will ruin Big, because Big were very execute heavy unless they adapt their gameplay to be looser and maybe go a bit faster.
And perhaps the intangible of like the increased confidence of having beat them at the Mountain Dew League finals might come into play. Would be interesting to see if some of those maps get brought back up again as well, because we've seen what Gabi can do if he has time to. Yeah. We're talking like Big is going to beat lose the Hellraisers, but that's still a little bit up in the air.
I would say Hellraisers, the way they were playing, I think that's a comfortable victory for them. Maybe one map slips away, but overall I think they're the better team.
Yeah, and like we touched on last night with Angel being that guy who can sneak in and use that aggression, and he knows when to, you know, try and look for space. That is something that can ruin Big, because what they do is once they establish that default, if Angel goes for a little bit of random aggression, he's going to have a lot of information, and then they can ruin that execute from there. So, be an interesting match we have a little bit later, Hank, that you get to cast.
Yeah, well, hopefully better scorelines as well. I'm kind of sick of these 16-7s each and every night.
Well,
you like the consistency though.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice.
Just to reiterate, that's Virtus.pro gone now for a second time out of ESL Pro League.
Yeah. And both times they were knocked out by Penta. Obviously a different lineup now.
That's right. Yeah, that's actually last season as well.
Yeah, that's not good.
The the Virtus.pro killers.
The VP killers, yeah.
It's very somber mood.
It is. I feel like we came into this day pretty excited for the
I thought they were going to bounce back for sure. You just didn't think this would be
a possibility for, okay, they'll obviously get it together tonight. It might be a good game, but they should win just about, claw the way back in, and then the final game, that'll be it. It'll be absolutely fine. Well, but 2-0.
I guess there's only one thing left to do, boys. Commiserations to VP. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, I believe we're going to do something along the lines of another Talking Counter episode, I believe.
Yeah, sunglasses on?
Yeah, it's probably sunglasses on. I like that.
Okay.
Next game starts at about 9, so about an hour-ish from now. So stick around for Talking Counter, and then we'll see you guys soon.